Hello, Being Kaya. Welcome, Miss MFG Engineer. Welcome, Creative Lady. All right, so welcome. This is Sisterlock Question and Answer. Thank you for tuning in. I am ibyl, also known as J Renee. If you're not following me on Instagram, it's ibyl. On YouTube, ibyl. And on Facebook, ibyl09. I post videos for anything I love, but especially my Sisterlocks. I'm a Sisterlock enthusiast, and I do lock style tutorials, any tips and things like that. Hello, welcome to Periscope. Periscope's pretty new to me too. This is my first structured Periscope. I'm a little nervous, but we're gonna get these questions answered. Hey, Kween V1. Hello. Sorry if I mispronounced your screen name. Westland, Michigan. Welcome. Thanks for the hearts. So once again, I'm ibyl. Hey. Hey. Thanks for tuning in, even though you don't have vlogs. Oh. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get started. There's some people that posted questions on the Facebook group and also on my Facebook page. And so I'm going to start with those questions. So let's say if you come in late, you can just, thank you. You can just replay the video if you've missed some questions. And also feel free to post questions below, and I'll try to answer them as fast as I can, just based on my experience with my Sisterlocks. So as I said earlier, I post on social media, YouTube, my lock journey from the very beginning. I started my locks in March 2009. So on the 22nd, which is next Tuesday, I will reach 7 years locked. So I have quite a bit of experience within these 7 years that I can share. So that's the point of my question and answer today, because I know there's some people who are thinking about getting locks, some people who have locks and they're just starting them and so forth. So I just wanted to share. Yeah, I have it up. Today is a wash day, so I just kind of put in this lock sock. Maybe I'll come back on tonight after I wash it and show how it looks, but right now it's up because I'm washing my hair after I do this Periscope. I didn't get a chance to get it done beforehand. All right, so first off, someone asked me on the Facebook group. I'm looking at my computer. So what size are my Sisterlocks? All right, so I have different sizes in my hair. I have small, I have medium, small and medium Sisterlocks. And I never went to my consultant asking for a certain size. She just based it, I guess, on my hair texture and things like that. One thing I have noticed that the hair in the top center part is a very different texture than the rest of my hair. That's actually the hair that took longer to lock because it's really wavy, but the rest of my hair is really kinky. How many locks do I have? I actually counted. It had to be last year. I haven't counted since then, but I had 429 locks when I counted. And I think it should be about the same, give or take a few, because I know I've had some locks split, some combined. Let me see. Someone else asked me that question too about how many locks I have. So good question. How do I deal with scalp itching? Ooh, that's a good one. Sometimes water helps. Depending on how frequently you wash your hair, maybe washing your hair helps. And be careful the type of shampoo you're using, because sometimes shampoo can strip your hair and be drying, and they can be drying to your scalp as well. So water sometimes. If I'm realizing I'm not washing my hair as frequent enough, then I'll switch up my wash routine, switch up the shampoo I use. Also, oiling your scalp helps. If you haven't oiled your scalp, then you want to make sure to oil it. Yes, I do use oil. I use jojoba oil by itself, and then sometimes I use a mixture of jojoba oil, apricot oil as well. Oh, congrats on a year, being Kaya. So in the mixture I have, which, oh, do you deal with lint? Okay, I'm going to address both those. All right, so in the mixture I mentioned that has jojoba oil and apricot oil, it also has essential oils in it. It's a mixture I did not create. I got it from Ross Salon. It was sent to me for review purposes, and I've been using all of the samples, and I really enjoy it. It smells good, and it always does the job for me. But let's say if you don't have that mixture, I would say just jojoba oil works. I gotta remember to look up here at the camera and not at myself. Sorry about that, you all. But yeah, just jojoba oil works fine for me. And let's say if you wanted to mix up your own, I would say you definitely have to, when you use essential oils, you have to have a carrier oil. So jojoba oil, apricot oil, any of those can be a carrier. And based on how much oil you're putting the essential oil into will determine how many drops of essential oil you put. Okay, lint. That's something I have been dealing with in a certain section of my hair, and I've been wondering what has been causing it. I would say lint is not impossible to avoid, but you just got to be really careful because locks like to attach yourself to anything. You can hug someone and the hair from that person will get attached to your lock, or what they're wearing can get attached to your lock. But anything you lay your head on or anything that touches your head, you want to make sure that it's not rubbing off on your hair. And so I've been wondering, what is it that's getting my locks? Because I've made sure that the scarves I wear are not anything that is causing lint. I make sure I'm not laying on anything that causes lint. And I think my couch is the culprit. I lean my head on my couch quite a bit. And so I think my couch is the culprit. So you want to make sure that anything you lay your hair on, that it's not causing any issue. All right. So it depends on how long you've had your locks. I would say oil is not completely out of the picture. I would say at the very beginning of the locking process, you want to avoid oil, excuse me. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm a little country. Bear with me. But, yeah, at the very beginning, you want to avoid oil. I know at the very beginning, my loctician used the Sisterlock moisturizer, and that worked fine. I don't use it personally myself because I have an issue with diluting it and avoiding buildup with it. But whenever she would use it on my hair, it always worked fine. 21 months. Or so that's less than 2 years. So I would say if your loctician said no oil for you right now, I would say stick to your loctician's advice. Like I said, I'm almost 7 years. I'm not sure what year I started using oil. Maybe around, I'm not sure what year I started using oil. Yeah, but I'm not sure what year I started using oil, but I use it now. I don't have any issues. How frequently I wash my hair, that's something I'm always trying to work on. Ideally, every 3 to 4 weeks is when I wash it. And that's an improvement from previously. Like, I don't do any heavy sweating or exercising. So at one point, I was extending the amount of time I would go between washes. But right now, about every 3 to 4 weeks. So the last time I washed my hair was 21 days ago. And I'm planning to wash it today. So I'm on schedule at this point. I did use it. Wait, let me see. DIY color. All right. So when I got this color was about 3 years ago. My original loctician, colored my hair. And she used, professional dye. And it was professionally done. But before I got this color, my loctician made me wait a long time to get my hair colored. Like, let me see. I guess 3.5 years before she let me color it. And I sampled like some spray on hair dye, but I didn't do my whole head. I only sprayed like a couple of locks. Yeah, but I wouldn't recommend it. Like, even when I told my loctician, she was like, those type of spray dyes, it was like in an aerosol can. It has, I guess, bad undertones, can cause, I guess, issues you can't see on the surface. But anything other than that, I have not tried on my own. I want to get my hair colored again, and it's always a debate between, do I want to color it brown again? Do I want to go back to black, or do I want to try another color? And I'm thinking if I try another color, maybe red. And I would definitely go back to my original loctician, or definitely get it done professionally instead of doing it on my own. Welcome, Sisterlock newbie or SL newbie. I'm guessing that's Sisterlock. Send some more questions. Let me see some things I have online. I think I answered the one about scalp itching. All right. What advice would I give to someone that is on the fence about getting Sisterlocks? Oh, I remember when I first got my locks, I did a video about the pros and cons. All right. So if you're on the fence, because I know when I first heard about Sisterlocks, I was on the fence in the sense that I never thought I would get locks. Yeah. I was loose natural, but I never thought I would get locks. And so one thing I had to keep in mind is that locks, well, for the longest I thought locks were permanent. Like once I do this to my hair, there's no turning back. I'm going to have them forever. So in my mind, they were permanent. So that was one thing I had to remind myself. They're not permanent. It's just hair. It will grow out and I can cut it and I can do another style. So once I realized it wasn't permanent, I was all right with the idea that, okay, I would get Sisterlocks, and if I liked them, keep them. If I didn't, then I would just, get rid of them. Lucky me, I love them. All right, have I ever trimmed my hair? I've never trimmed my own hair, but of course, my locticians have. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, I'm going to come back to that one. Oh, yeah, so my locticians have trimmed my hair, like, once around year 2, I had the ends of them trimmed to kind of level out my hair, because when I got my locks started, my hair was almost like it was cut in layers, but I don't remember getting it cut in layers. But so she cut it a little bit to even them out, and I've had them groomed where they cut around the lock. I have some interesting grooming stories, though, especially my recent one, but I've only had it trimmed for maintenance, not trimmed into a cut. I'm trying to reach my goal length, which is the waist length, and so I think after that, I will experiment with cuts and trims and stuff like that. But it's only been like a maintenance trim, and that's been very minimal amount of locks cut. All right, main difference between traditional locks and Sisterlocks. All right, so Sisterlocks are all started the same way. There's a specific interlocking process used, specific to Sisterlocks, and there's specific parting used. What size and what pattern is used for your Sisterlocks is based on your hair texture, and that's something all decided at your Sisterlock consultation. So that's something that's specific to Sisterlocks, and it's a way of maintaining your hair and locks without having to use product. Because with the interlocking tool, you just have that tool. You don't have to use any creams or any locking wax to get that started and maintained. All right, with traditional locks, there's multiple ways you can start traditional locks, and there's all different types of sizes. Okay, I'm gonna come back to that question. So there's all different types of sizes, and there's different types of ways. You can do palm rolling. You can start with braids. You can start with 2-strand twist. You can interlock with traditional locks. You can palm roll. I think I said that one already. So I would say there'll be the main differences between traditional locks and Sisterlocks. All right. Why would you groom? All right. So sometimes the locks has there's hair that starts to grow outside of the lock, and your locks start to look fuzzy, especially if like you haven't groomed or cut around them in a while. So that will be the point in grooming. Yeah, so hair starts to grow outside of the lock, like a lot of hair, and it starts just looking fuzzy. So it just keeps it from looking fuzzy. All right, just interlock and Sisterlocks. Well, that's a good question. I don't think I have an answer. Let me see. So I'm not sure about interlocking prices. Sisterlocks, I'm not sure the price right now. I know when I started my locks, which was, like I said, almost 7 years ago, if your hair was like up to 3 inches in length, you could start them for, I think starting at $300, but that price may have gone up. I would say the best advice is, if you're interested in getting Sisterlocks, find out a consultant in your area, or find out different consultants in your area and actually meet with them for a consultation. They can see your hair and give you a price based on that. I know sometimes new Sisterlock consultants give a deal and things like that, so it varies based on your hair length and who you're going to and their level of experience. All right, no, you don't have to cut your hair to get Sisterlocks. I would say based on length, I want to say it's higher the longer your hair is. But if you want to keep all of your length and get them done, it's possible. Yep, so you don't have to cut it. All right, someone on Facebook said, I'm newly locked and suddenly paranoid about lint. Are lint-free locks even possible? All right, so I think I kind of addressed this one earlier. Lint-free locks, I believe, let me see. It's possible, I think it's possible to keep your hair lint-free. Now, will something touch it? Yes, something's going to touch it. Sometimes you can't avoid it, but I would say it's important to be proactive. So be careful anytime your hair is touching anything, whether it's when you hug someone, when you lay your head on something, no matter what it may be. If it's going to touch your hair, be very careful. If you're going to wear your hair down on where it touches your shoulders and your neck, be careful what fabric you're wearing, any type of scarves and things like that. You want to also be proactive by regularly checking your locks, like at the end of the day or every 2 days. Just go through your locks and check to see if there's anything in your locks you haven't noticed. And I would think this is more so with people who have longer locks, because if your hair is shorter, your hair is not really just touching much. But as they get longer, sometimes you don't see parts of your hair unless you're purposely trying to look at the lock. So I would say, yeah, they can be lint-free if you're just proactive and regularly checking. Now that my hair is getting longer, my hair touches everything. Right now my hair is up, which is great. But I'm going to get to your question. But if my hair was not up, it would be basically wedged between my back and this chair. And so what this chair consists of, I'm not sure if you can see it, this could definitely get in my lock if I were to have my hair touching it. But anyway, so just be proactive to avoid lint. And if it gets in your lock, there's ways to try to get it out. I'm not going to really go into that right now because I'm still trying to maneuver getting some lint out that I have. All right, how long are my locks? So my locks are mid-back. A little bit lower than mid-back. Yep. I'm giving myself 2 more years to hopefully hit waist length. But yeah, I'm a little bit lower than mid-back. Oh, someone needs to know how to sign in on the computer. That's a good question. Does anyone know how to sign in on Periscope on the computer? Do you just click the link? Let me see. No, well, let me see. No, I haven't had any thinning, from the scalp. I've had some locks that have, within the shaft of the lock. So, let's say within the lock, maybe a lock splitting. And I want to say it had something to do with my last grooming, but I'm going to be making a video about that pretty soon. Oh, okay. Is Catch an app? But yeah, with my last grooming, I want to say something happened where my lock, in the middle of my lock, sometime towards the end, the lock split. But I don't have any scalp thinning, anything like that. I think I'm answering your question. Creative Lady, is Catch an app? Oh, so I need to download the app to archive it. All right, I'm glad I answered your question. Creative Lady, so I need to have the app Catch to archive it. Also, maybe you can answer this for me, Creative Lady. After I finish this Periscope, will I be able to save it and upload it somewhere else? Oh, just add the hashtag to my next app. I'm sorry. Add the hashtag to my next scope. All right, got it. No, I don't retighten my own Sisterlocks. I've actually, let me see, I want to say around year 2, I took the Sisterlock retightening class, which can help you with like just a little maintenance around your edges and things like that in between retightings. And I took the class, and after that, oh, okay, thank you. Thank you, creative lady. All right, so after I took the class, I retightened the front of my hair, and I don't think I did a really good job. Like I felt, yeah, I don't think I really did a good job. And so I attempted one more time to retighten my own hair. So I did it maybe 2 or 3 times, but it was always just a section of the front. And each time I felt like maybe I was messing up. So I have not attempted since those times. I'm fine with just going to my loctician and getting them to do it. Maybe one day. But also it's so many locks. I have 429 locks. So I just like going to sit in the chair. But you can learn how to tighten your own hair. But me, I want someone else to do it. I don't want to deal with my own hair. Unless I'm styling it. Oops, I sent the wrong link. Any other questions? No. I have not noticed any breaking. Well, like I said, okay, let me back up. On the regular, no, I have not noticed any breaking when getting my hair retightened. But as far as recently, I want to say since like the summer, I've had a few locks that split. And so with that split, when the loctician is going through my hair, she knows the split and she tries to help save it if she can. She tries to save it if she can, but if not, she just ends up cutting that piece off. And that means if it's close to the edge of the lock, end of the lock, yes, or even if it's further up. Popping. Okay, so I think if you're talking about popping when retightening, that shouldn't be breaking the lock. It's like loose hair. So one thing that can help with that is when you wash your hair, you want to run your fingers through your parts all throughout your hair. And then just regularly, like from day to day, run your fingers through your parts to keep your locks from marrying together. So like sticking together at the root. Definitely after wash, but if you want to do it, every couple of days or once a week, it avoids your hair from attaching to the other lock. Because when your loctician's retightening, she's trying to clean up those parts, so it's going to be popping hair. And sometimes the loctician won't pop the hair; they'll snip it with the scissors. But yeah, I think that's what you're referring to. Yeah, so you want to help that at home when you are washing afterwards. Just run your fingers through your parts. At the end of the week, run your fingers through your parts. All right, so with the retightening class, it does not teach you how to start locks. The retightening class I went to. Okay, thank you, creative lady. All right, so yeah, the retightening class I went to does not teach you how to start locks or start Sisterlocks. It just teaches how to maintain current Sisterlocks you have, and pretty much just upkeep with the front in between retightens. Now there is a more in-depth Sisterlock class for people who want to provide that service to other people. And even if you don't want to provide the service to other people, you can. It's expensive, I think, but you can go and learn how to start locks and just, I guess, use it on yourself, or just have that knowledge. Or you can make it lucrative for you and do locks for other people. Oh, it's $250. Well, that's not that bad. So yeah, you can learn how to start locks for other people. And you can even maintain your own with that Sisterlock class. I can't remember how much was the Sisterlock class I went to, but it was offered by my loctician at the time. And I don't know, I eventually, well, in my mind, at that point, I wanted to start maintaining on my own. But yeah, I'm not in terms of retightening. I just style it and wash it and make sure that it's clean. All right, any other questions? Let me see. I have another question that someone sent me. Let me try to find it. Oh, I think I said it earlier. Oh, okay. What do you mean, you know I'm good, on questions or something else I said? Oh, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, thanks for tuning in. Are you following me on any of my other social media accounts? Welcome, Michelle0709. Oh, well, welcome. Thanks for finding me. Hopefully you have added me. Hey, Michelle. Yeah, hopefully you've added me. Find me on Instagram. It's ibyl. On Facebook, it's ibyl09. And on YouTube, it is ibyl as well. Because I'd love to continue to interact with you. I can't remember if you said, do you have locks already or you're thinking about getting them? I can't remember if you told me that or not. Oh, locks are in your future. Oh, awesome. Have you thought about, Michelle, have you thought about what kind of locks you want to get? 4 months. Oh, so in these 4 months, have you been enjoying your locks? How are you feeling about them? I have 7 people in here. You've been enjoying them? Okay. Awesome. One thing I wish I had done, so I've been documenting like length and things like that in my journey, but I didn't really start making tutorials until maybe around year 3. More, well, okay. I didn't make that many for when my hair was shorter, and I wish I had. Because I get a lot of questions for newly sister-locked ladies, and they have questions about short styles. I want to see what I can do in terms of showing the modifications for longer locks, medium locks versus smaller locks. Because a lot of styles, well, not a lot, but some styles I do works best for longer locks, but it can work with medium and even shorter locks with modifications. All right, so I was trying to go back to a question someone sent me earlier. Awesome, Ben Kaya. So you said you decided on getting locks. How long have you been locked? So that's one thing I love about being able to. Oh, thank you. That's one thing I love about being able to post my lock journey post my lock journey on YouTube. Oh, you're coming on your 1 year. That's one thing I enjoy about being able to post my journey on YouTube, because I get a chance to help and inspire people just based on my experience. Someone out there helped me, let me know that Sisterlocks were pretty cool and that I could do different things with them. So I want to share that with other people, that Sisterlocks are versatile. I think they're just as fabulous as loose natural hair, and it's just a great way of managing the hair. All right, so I know you said you're 4 months in, haven't started locking. Yes, it is like a sisterhood. Are you on the Facebook group, Ben Kaya? All right. So it took some of my hair a long time to lock. So for instance, the back of my hair, the sides is pretty kinky. So meaning it's highly coiled. But the top middle section is a looser, wavier pattern. So it took that section forever to lock. I want to say maybe around year 4, it was fully locked in that area. Yeah, that took a long time. All right, awesome. Welcome. Yeah, that is a wow. But it depends on your texture. It may not be that way for you. Yes, they're like small, medium. Yes. I know some people have mini. I don't have any mini locks. But it's a combination of small and medium. But I know with some people with the mini locks, in my mind, I'm like, if they were that small on my head, I would be so scared they would break easily. Just because of being that small, but I haven't had any issues the size I have just breaking, which is pretty cool. You have 569 locks? Is that what you're saying? Whoa, that's a lot. Let me say, okay, so when I first got my locks, I counted, and I had 500 I counted 550 unless I miscounted. But that was, let me see, maybe in year 1, I said and counted them. Yeah, and that's how many I had. But somewhere along the way, they were combined. I'm down to 429 now. The last time I counted, which was a year ago. So I guess 569 is not that far away from what I originally had. Yeah. I'm so sorry. I keep looking away because there's this another question someone asked me, and I can't find it right now. I wonder what happened to it. Well, she asked me like, it was like 5 questions all in one comment. I don't know. Any other questions at this point? I've enjoyed the Periscope. Like, I've watched quite a few. This is my first time actually doing a structured Periscope. And I was a little nervous, but thank you all for the good questions. And I kind of warmed up. You're welcome. Thank you, creative lady. All right, how long is my hair now? My hair is a little bit past the middle of my back. Well, in the back, it's a little bit past the middle of my back. Now, all my hair is not the same length. I have hair that is, oh, thank you. I have hair that is like to my shoulders, some all the way down here. Then I have some that are shorter. So I guess since I didn't put catch in my video, it'll be able to replay for 24 hours. Then after that, I guess I'll go bye-bye until next time. For those of you tuned in, if you're interested in any type of styling tips, I'm going to be doing a 4-part series, specifically with people who are on my newsletter email list. And if you go to my Facebook page or my Instagram page, you can click on the link for how to sign up for the email newsletter for the 4-part styling lock tips series. And it'll be in video form. Plan to start that in April. You're welcome. You have a great evening too. And I hope to connect with you again somewhere on social media. Awesome. Any other questions or comments? So I see 4 people. Who are my 4 people? anything else I need to say? Be looking out for a video by Tuesday. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Be looking out for a video on YouTube by Tuesday, March 22nd, because March 22nd is my 7th lock anniversary. I can't believe it's been 7 years. It seemed like just yesterday I started these locks. Yeah. Pretty awesome. It's been 7 years. And I still love them. There are days where I'm like, what am I going to do with this hair? Because there's a lot of it. But then there's days where I'm like, I'm glad I got these locks. So for those of you who have them, or just started them, or plan to get them, there'll be good days. There'll be bad days in terms of you just trying to figure out this whole journey. But all in all, I love my locks. So if there's no more questions or anything, I'm going to sign out probably the next 2 minutes, unless I get some more questions. Because I need to get this hair washed tonight. I'm kind of jamming. I don't know if you can hear the music I have playing. But yeah, I'm kind of jamming to that. Some Alex Isley. If you have not heard of her, check her out. She has a song called Into Orbit, which I love. I'm sorry, I'm getting off topic. Any other Sisterlock questions? I'm guessing not. Once again, thank you to everyone who tuned in. Thank you for the hearts. Thank you for the great questions. I look forward to a future Sisterlock question and answer video and more Periscope videos. Maybe I can have like a regular weekly post. Stay up with my YouTube videos, my Instagram posts, Twitter posts. Oh, I didn't say on Twitter, I'm ibyl as well. My Facebook posts, ibyl09. You can find me just about anywhere by typing in ibyl. If you want to go to Google or Yahoo and type in ibyl, I'm sure something will pop up that will connect you to me. Yeah, I enjoy connecting with other people who have Sisterlocks, people who want Sisterlocks, people who just have locks in general or are on a hair journey. Love to connect and converse. So thank you for tuning in, and I'm going to go ahead and sign out. You all have a good night. Now I gotta figure out how to sign out. Oh, here we go.